Hi everybody, this is Down Home with Crafty Things. My name is Debbie. Give me just a minute to find us. I'm not finding me yet. Been a little slow. I think there's a lot of people live today is what the problem is. Haven't found it yet. I don't know if I can find it over here on I'm sorry guys. So that's all I got to do is do that. It's been a little slow today. I won't be able to see your comments. Well, I don't know if it's live or not. I guess we could get started, but I'm not going to be able to see your comments because I haven't found it yet. What we're going to be doing though, we're going to be making this. I'll look again here in just a minute. We are going to be making a Unique in the Creek wreath, and it's going to be a scarecrow. And I took a hat, just a regular little kid's hat that I got at the Dollar Tree. I cut it in two and I painted it green, and then I just put flowers on it. Is how I for its hat. I don't know why I can't find this in my life. I've never had this problem where I couldn't find it. Well, look on the computer again. Usually I have turned this off. And then now, let's see if I can find it now. Well, while this thing is waiting around, there it is. Let's see, let's go to page. There it is. There it is. Sorry guys. I see it. Hi Dawn. I just Mod Podged this on here, so it's still a little damp. But I screwed up when I put it on there because my hanging hose are right here. So what I did to put it in the center is I made me two more hanging hose to go here. So I just drilled it, and I need to turn this down. because I can hear myself, and we don't want to hear myself. There we go. So, if you do mess up when you're Mod Podging and don't get it in the middle, you can always take a drill, or you can take those, we call it those mounts that Velcro, and I'm going to cut the back off of it, like this, and see, then that's going to hang more straight. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load our zip ties in, because what we're going to do is the poof method, and I'm going to put it in circumference. These have 3 circumferences, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to put it in my zip tie, flat side up. I'll put it in the 3rd hole and bring it to the 2nd. And that's how I'm going to load all my zip ties. Hi, Andrea, and Debbie, and Jan, and Marlene, and Regina. So, when you preload your zip ties, especially doing poofs, it's a whole lot easier. And I'm going to do 10-inch poofs. And then I'm going to put the Woodley Graphel in with fabric mesh, which the fabric mesh is right here. That's the fabric mesh. And then I didn't know how many ribbons we would need, but you can get these from Unique in the Creek and get 10% off if you use Crafty Things. You can get them on my website, which is on Etsy, and Down Home Crafty Things, and I will adjust the shipping on your boards on if Etsy charges too much. If you would like the front like this, the Scarecrow, if you'd put it in the notes that you want it Mod Podged on, or I will Mod Podge it on for $1, because it costs me $1 to get these printed. And I'll Mod Podge it for free. So it's however you want it, or you can just order the boards. You can get the boards through Amazon. You can get the boards through Trendy Tree, Craft Outlet, I think Ducks in a Row, and then Down Home Crafty Things. So, now I've got these loaded. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the floor before I knock it in the floor. And I'm going to take my mesh, I'll run it underneath in my mesh roller here. So that it comes out better. More better. Now, I always take my mesh and I roll it down a couple inches. And then I scrunch it across the top and meet each other in little scrunches. And then what I do is, on these boards, you want to make sure that, or in anything, when you're making poofs, that your two bottom are down. But what I do on here is I put these, I turn it like this. See, I've got this, and this is the scrap end. So I'm going to turn it upside down and zip it in my zip tie, so then there's no raw edges, and that is in the poof, and you can't see it. And that's what makes it good, because you can't see it. And if you remember, we're putting a hat on it, so you're not going to see it anyway. See how I did that? and it's on the inside. So I'm going to be making 10-inch poofs, and I will measure them right here on my board, on my cutting mat. And remember, the two pieces need to be down. Now, I do use more than one zip tie in the same hole. And we can cut these at the end. And I'm doing 10-inch poofs in each corner. In each of the circumference 2 and 3. And see, I just line my board up on my cutting mat, and then I take my hands and go down to the 10 and pull it. And then when I get done, I will open all the poofs and cut all the zip ties. You can cut the zip ties as you go, or you can cut them all at once. So then I just turn my board, and I keep it on my for 10. Hi, Jeanette. Glad you're watching. If y'all don't care, if you'd spread the love, I'd appreciate it. Maybe your friends might want to watch. Then you just 10. I do have this already in my Etsy store. I've got it made on live, so if anybody wants this wreath, it will be, you can purchase it, because it's in my Etsy store now. The picture's hidden because it's not done. So, how is everybody today? You love the mash? I love the mash, and I tell you, my favorite time of the year is fall, because I love all the fall colors. I love the browns and the burgundies and the oranges and the burnt oranges. Those are just some pretty colors. And where I live, if you look out my back door, you would think you were in the Smoky Mountains, because we have so many leaves. Thank you, Eve. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Marlene, for blessing my page. Really appreciate it. That's like a great big old hug right to you when people do that. Yes, I think I'm going to really like this mesh. And if you watch, see how easy this is with the Unique and the Creek board. If you load your zip ties in, you just pull it and zip tie it. That's how you do it. You just, and see, I'm pulling it to the 10 every time. And then I will do the outside, which the inside has 16 holes. The outside has 8. And I will pull that through. I'll have to put more zip ties in, but I will pull it and make it 8. Louisville, Kentucky. Hi, Doris. We're close. I'm in Litchfield, Kentucky. We're real close. That's nice to see. It tickles you when you see somebody from real close to you. She's about an hour and a half away from me in Louisville. So, see, now, I went around here, and I'm back to where I started, where I did my first poof. Oh, no, I got one more. I thought I was back. One more. And like I said, if you see, I've got the bottom of this pulled to the bottom. The mesh, the edges of the mesh is pulled to the bottom. Then when you take this and you go to the next one, thank you, Debbie. Appreciate it. Sterling, Kentucky. Good, you're a Kentucky native too. Love all you Kentuckians. I love everybody though. I know I've been traveling, or I'm going to be traveling a lot this summer. I'm going to Wreath Makers Live. I'm going to the Crafters Convention. Anybody going to the Crafters Convention? That's coming up. I'm going to go ahead and load these zip ties in here. Take these and go down in number 2 hole and bring it up in number 3. And do that all the way around. And there's only 8 of them, so won't be hard. We're almost got the mesh, this mesh on, and then we're going to put the other ruffle on. I think that ruffle will be so pretty with this. And like I said, there's 8. Well, good, Debbie. I hope you find some good property. Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Oh, Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Is that close to like Mount Washington? Around Shepherdsville and all in there? Let's see, about got all the way around. Oh, very close to you. Okay. I'm going to have to cut those zip ties off. 1, 2 more. Yeah, there's only 8 on the outside and there's 16 on the other 2 rows. 4th grade through 9th grade in Winchester. I know where that's at. I have been there. Well, I went to 1st and 2nd grade in Louisville, Kentucky. And then my parents moved to Grayson County and opened up a business. Alright, what I'm going to do is I've wrapped my mesh there. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through here and cut these zip ties that I've already put in, or I'm afraid I might try to zip tie them up. And of course, now these are every other one is how this this next row is. It's every other zip tie. You can put lights in these if you want to put lights in them. I've got a pumpkin that I put lights in. You can put signs that you buy and just tie them on. No, I haven't ever heard of that, Eve. Okay, let's get this one. I about got them. I'm trying to make sure I don't cut my zip ties that I just put in. That's why I'm wanting to get rid of these, because I don't want to get them all screwed up. Alright, that's all of them. So, now, starting this off again, and I'm going to do my 10-inch poofs, just like I did. So I'll pull the row. See, that one will go right there. There's where I started a while ago, and it's got the little thing is inside of it. Now, when you're pulling your zip ties, if you're going to put more than one zip tie in a hole, I always say put the zip tie in the middle. Then it doesn't cover that hole up for you. So now this is every other one. Is what it is. So every other one, 10 inches. Hi, Shirley. How are you? Moorhead. I know where Moorhead is. That's pretty close, too. Do you know where Rough River or Nolin is? I'm closer to Nolin than I am Rough River. The 2nd through the 7th. That sounds like fun, Debbie. And now this is, every other one is the way this is working out, because that's just how the outer ties are on the board. But these boards, if you haven't used these boards, you need to at least try them. I'm loading mesh and I'm loading ribbon up in my Etsy store. I haven't got it there yet. I do have a website and I'm working on getting it all up with a lot of products on. Right now it's just got it's got the flower board and the character board. And it's down home, craftythings.com is what it is. So you can go there also, but like I said, I'm just now starting to get things on there. And I've only got 2 things on there, and that is the flower board and the character board. I don't have the tree board on there yet. The mesh came from my supplier, which was, I think Sims Pottery, I think. Or it came from General Wholesale. That's probably where it did come from, because I was just down there. Oh, I hope you do find some property. That would be good. And you just make sure that your ends of your mesh is downward. So when you, your poof, you can open your poof up. And then put your zip tie, the bigger end. See, I've got this in the middle. I've tied it right to the middle so that I can get more zip ties in it. And then, like I said, you make sure these ends are downward, like this. Let's see. Let me pull this up a little. And I've done 10-inch poofs on the inside and the outside. And this should still fit in between a screen door. Hi, Lori. There's Miss Lori, the one that invented this board to make everybody's life a little easier. Okay, now I'm going to take and just cut the mesh. I didn't notice I was at the end of it. I'm going to cut the mesh, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my zip tie. I'm going to cut my zip tie, and I'll tell you why. Remember, I like to turn my mesh under, like this, to start a new row. So then it's inside of it. So what I'm going to do is just turn my mesh under, like this. I don't know if y'all can see. And then I'm going to take another zip tie. Where's it go? It goes right here. I'm going to stick it in number 2 and 1. Can't seem to find that. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to do it where y'all could see too. Well, come on. Can't get my zip tie in. There. There, I got my zip tie in, and what I'm going to do is just take this end and I'm going to turn it upside down. where it's inside that poof. And I'm going to zip this inside the poof so then you can't see the end. Is how you do this. Or this is how I do it. And then that way, then you just pull it real tight, cut the zip tie, and if you look in there, you can see that that's in there. Then we go around and we're going to open up all our poofs. I'm going to open them before I put the other mesh in, to show you how full that the poof will. 10-inch poofs will work. And cover the board. And by putting it on the outside, you wouldn't have to, because this mesh would cover the outside too. It's just going to give it more fullness as far as the roundness of it. Hi, Cecilia. Maria. Hi. From the East Coast. And I'm just opening my poofs up is all I'm doing. And like I said, if you'll make sure that you have these poofs, your bottom edges are together when you go around, it opens up so pretty. And then, like I said, I use several zip ties in the hose. I think my hat just fell off. That'll be alright. Now, you can buy signs and put on these boards. Or you can buy the printout that Lori's made. But if you want a Scarecrow board, you can order it from me and it will come on your board. I will Mod Podge it for you. I don't care to Mod Podge. In fact, I like to Mod Podge. We used to do that a lot. I'm a lifetime Girl Scout. Lifetime member, so I support the Scouts big time. Okay, pull these back like this just a little bit. There is a fray. Okay, now see, that looks good just like that, doesn't it? I wouldn't have to add another color. Let me get my hat. I dropped my hat. I dropped my hat. And now we can go ahead and put the hat on, but instead we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the freckles. So let's just set him up here so you can see him. See how it filled up, and you can see the face. Now I'm going to do the cruffle, and now this is fabric mesh, and it's also waterproof. And I will take and roll the end about 3 times. It wants to roll on me. I'll roll the end about 3 times to get it to cover, and then I scrunch up the middle. And then what we're going to have to do, I'm going to go ahead and clip this because I haven't got the zip ties put in. What I'm going to do is put these in number 3 and number 2 hole. I put that zip tie in backwards. And you'll know if you put them in backwards because it won't work. And I just noticed that I hadn't turned my light on. There. That makes it a little brighter in here. And see, then I'm going to drop this down right in here where I put that zip tie. It's just going to add some more color. And then if we want to put ribbon, like I said, if you'll line your zip ties up straight, you can add more things, add more zip ties to it. Zip ties are like a penny a piece. And then you put it like that. That's what that looks like. I made the hat. After I made the hat, I thought I probably should have done a tutorial and showed y'all how to make the hats. And I will do that if y'all want me to. I buy the Dollar Tree hats that are for little girls. And I will cut them in two. And of course, now these are going to go every other one. Is how these are going to go. And I'm kind of playing this by ear on how much ribbon we put in it. But where your 3 holes are, I'm using the circumference 2, yeah. 2 and 3 is what I'm using. So that makes it every other one. Hi, Janet. Watching again? And Marlene, you like this? Yeah. The hats are easy to make. You just paint them any color that you like. And I thought this Scarecrow would look good with green. I was bringing some green out. It's in the fabric mesh. It's a hunter green. And let's see, about around. But if you just put your zip ties in your hose, then when you make your cruffles or woodland ruffles, I cut them 20 inches is what I did. Okay, one more goes right there, and then we got this. And like I said, if you'll just stack your zip ties on top of each other, you can't see them. Okay, now that's ready. And I've got these cut 20 inches. I've got these cut 20 inches, and what I'm going to do, let me show you how to do this. You take and you roll this down, like lay this first piece down, and then there's 1, 2, 3. And then put a clip on it, turn it around, and do the other side. If you lay it on fabric mesh, it's easier to lay it down like that. There's 1, 2, 3. And then I can see how I can, fabric mesh, I can see this row right here, and I'm just going to scrunch right on that orange row. Then I'm going to take this over here, and I'm going to put my zip tie. Lay it down on top of the zip tie and zip it up. Like I said, I didn't know what color ribbon. I don't know if we're going to use tails. I know we're going to put a bow on him. We are going to use a bow. See how it adds the orange in there? This has a little strip of orange through it, but I wanted a little more orange, so now it's got orange, and this is orange and brown and beige, and this is orange, beige, and green. So I take this down and do it 3 times, clip it, do this one that many times too, and then just take and scrunch it right down the middle. Take it over here, I'm going to get me, I'd love to have a stand. I don't have one. Probably when I go to the Crafters Convention, I'm going to buy me one. I had thought about ordering one, and then I thought, well, I don't want to pay the shipping. So, there we go. There's that one. You see, that's just giving a little pop of color. Yeah. I'm always laying something on it so I can see it. Or so you all can watch me roll this. Rolled it, turn it, and then that way you don't see no frays, because all the frays on this wreath is hidden. And that's the good thing about it. They're all hid. So when you touch it, you're not going to be, it's not going to fray out on you. But now I will go ahead and spray this with UV spray so the sun don't bleach it too bad, because this is a wreath that could stay up until Christmas. Lori, what did you buy last year at the Crafters Convention? That's what I'm going to do. Oh, the stand. That's what I'm going to do this time. Because I don't have one and I need one. I could use it right now. Like my husband says, I don't go without too much because I'll bite. But he doesn't know I need that because I haven't said anything about it. But I'm going to get it at the Crafters Convention because I'm going to drive. And Lori, I'm wanting to PM you because I'm thinking about seeing if you'll bring me some more boards. Then we could save on the shipping. If you've got room. Or buy your extra boards that you have left. If you have any left. Because I guarantee you will sell a lot this year. You got 2 stands? Well, you lucky dog. You should have gave me one. No, I'm just teasing. I gotta get me one, though. But I figure since Crafters Convention is right close, I will just get it at the convention. And then there's a Sims Pottery, I think it is, up there. Like I don't need any more supplies. Good. I'm glad you're bringing tons of boards with you. Because when it's over and done, I was going to see if I could get some boards. So maybe you won't have to pack too many back home with you. Because I think they're going to sell really, really well. I know I'm getting quite a few orders every day on boards. So, everybody's wanting to try them. They're easy. You see, I'm not having a bit of problem with this. This is going to be, he is going to be so cute, especially when I get his hat on him. Especially when I get that hat on him, he's going to look so cute. So if you're coming to the Crafters Convention, bring you some money so you can buy you some boards. And I think she's going to show y'all how to make the rose. The rose is beautiful, people. I love it, and I have sold the far out of it. I have sold one to the New Kingdom. They paid more for the shipping than they did the rose, and then they sent me back a good review that they loved the rose. So that really made it really special that they loved it so well. They sent me a picture of it on the door. the cross boards be ready. Oh, cross your fingers and make sure you give me 50. I think that's how we got to order them. I'm not sure. However, I haven't got any of the little, one more. I haven't got any of your little flower boards yet. But I haven't had nobody order them yet. Everybody's making rows. All right. Those are so much fun, and they are so pretty. They are so pretty. Let's put this down. This is the last one, and then what I'm going to do is put the hat on. And then we're going to determine if we want to put some ribbons. You're not going to let it conquer you. The rose is not hard if you do it the way Lori tells you to do it. Watch the tutorial and do it step by step. I can't remember if I done mine on live or not, but if I didn't, I need to. So then you can watch me too. There's several of them out there. There's a fray. That's what it's bothering me. And I can't make it go away, so what I'm going to do is, it's a string on the outside of the board, or on this outside. Every now and then you get them where they've got strings on them. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to put its hat on, and that's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is take my zip tie, and I'm going to put it through the hat. Actually, the way I do it is I bring it in on the upside, and then go down through the top. So then I have my zip tie through. See, this is the way I do it. And then I hope I match up. So what I do is I take this and I'll go through the bottom of my hat, try to find a hole. Can't find a hole, well, I have to take the scissors to it. It knows I will. There. And then just take and it cattywonkled on me. And then just put it in. In the top. So it'll stay together. Oh, I was having so much problem with this side. They usually just go right in there. There. And that one come right out of there. Let's do this again. Regroup. You can take and make a hole. Come on. Come on through there. There. There's that. And let's see. Here's a hole, right? I see it. Now if I can hit it. You know how when you're doing something, and because it's on live, it really shows itself. But, okay, I got my zip ties on. And all I'm going to do is go to the board. And I want it kind of on the side of Miss Benningfield, I think's her name. Thank you. Thank you very much. Then take this, and like I said, when you put your zip ties, like I did, you just kind of put them in where the zip tie is in the middle. Then take and push, and it will go through, or it always does. Let me see, where am I trying to stick that? Let me see something here. Take these needle nose and I'm going to push it through that hole. There. There it is there. And now, let's put the other end that I zip tie back in here. Like that. Turn it over. Make sure your zip tie is going the correct way so that it will zip. You hear it zip, and then I just pull it tight and I cut it off. Like that. Flip the zip tie down in the hole, and then it won't stretch the door. So we've got that much of a hat on. Now let's put the rest of him on. I'm going to turn him around here so I can see him better. Let me see. Let's put, I wanted some of this green to come through. The green and the orange. And there's the corner come out of it. Let's put this here. Then we're going to stuff this up in his hat. And now I'm going to take this zip tie. And I'm going to anchor him in. Even though he turned over, my zip tie turned over. I'm going to anchor him down. In this one, I think what my problem is because I've already got 2 zip ties in there and it's really, really tight. But that's okay, because I can take the needle nose and we'll push the end through. Or I say we're going to push it through. Let me see here. Let me see if I can do it like this. Might be able to do it like this. I can. Just bring it up. Grab the hat. Put it in the hat. And then just zip tie it. I'm going to zip tie this one on the outer edge because I want it to be kind of sideways. And then you put the zip tie in the head and just zip it down. And just zip it down. Let's see, does he look right? Then you just kind of pull your mesh from the bottom. You want him to go down. You can put it in the hat. Push this down in there. Like that. And then you just cut the zip tie off. And you've got his hat on him. Looks kind of cute, don't he? Hi, Peggy. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Pat. So, then now I wanted to put a bow on him. And I've got all the different ribbons. You can't see them. You can see them better now. Got all the ribbons here. And I think I'm going to use, I got to find my bow maker. My 4-in-1. By Pro Bow the Hand. If I can find my pieces. There they are. Stick these in here. I'm going to put this back. My bottom, I haven't decided if we're going to do tails yet. But I'm going to make my ribbon tails 12 inches long. So I'm going to stick that in there, and I'm going to twist and pull this one down towards me. The wreath that's in your way, we're going to move it so that you can watch me make the bow. And then we want this bow to be 6 inches. Is how long. And then when you put it in there, twist it so that your ribbon, your pretty side of your ribbon, is always up. Well, it will be up when you flip it. 2, 4, 6. Did I? No, I'm making it 7 inches. I'm sorry. 7 inches. Because I was trying to count this other side, but across the bottom of this board tells you how many inches your bow is, each one. And I'm going to do 4. So you just put that in there and twist. And then put it back in there. And this time you don't have to twist because you've already got your top up. Just kind of place your bow where you want it. Bring this down. And I'm going to cut it. Dovetail it. You love him? I think he turned out pretty cute. Like I said, he's in my Etsy shop on done on Facebook Live until I get his pictures put in there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put some leaves. I use my 2.5 inch ribbon first, and then I will go down with my 1.5 inch. Now this one, we're going to make the ribbons the same length, but we're going to make this bow 6 inches. And when I put it in there, I twisted, and what I'm going to do is go over here, and on my board right here, it says 6 inches is right there. So I will fold my ribbon at 6 inches. I'm going to have to put her down. And then you put this in and you twist. And then on this side, you want to make sure you pull it out to the 6th and fold it on the 6th. I fold them on the 6th. Put it in and twist. Take this, fold it on the 6th. That way it makes it even. Take this down, twist this, make this go to the 6th, and down. And then just pull your ribbon tails, kind of the way you want them. So your bow's almost done when you do this. Take this down, and I'm going to dovetail the ends. I thought putting the pretty leaves on there would be pretty. And I've got ribbon going everywhere up here. I didn't know if it'd be a good idea to put these on there or not. And it wasn't. Because they have just strung out everywhere. But I'll get it. We've used that one. I was thinking about putting a solid orange in there. We've used this one. Stack these over here on the corner so you can see which order I went in. This one is the leaves, and it's got leaves and berries on it. I was going to put that on there. And I thought about using this one, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to go with the orange. And now these streamers I will roll. Boy, this ribbon just went haywire on that thing up there. Alright. I don't see another wooden post, but this has another post on it for me to hold my ribbon. But it doesn't have to hold my ribbon. I'm going to put the brown, or the orange. I'm wondering if I shouldn't put the orange on top. Which way would y'all think? Think the orange needs to go on top? Alright, we're going to make I'm going to make these streamers 18 because I am going to curl them. Okay, put that in there and you twist. Now, we went 7, 6. This is going to go 5. This will be 5. Put it in there, twist, wear your ribbon, and then go over here, you find your 5, and then that's 5. And then we're going to put another one on, so we're going to twist. And take it down and twist. And this is 5. You like it in this order? Okay. And like I'm going to show you, I love the curls on these ribbons. So on the 1 1/4 inch ribbon, I will show you how I curl them. Because I think they are so pretty curled. Okay, we've got this here and this here. And see, you just you can kind of straighten your bow up and see what it's going to look like right on the stand. Okay, we've used that. Now, let's use the leaves. The leaves and the berries. And I'm going to make it, the tails are going to be 18 inches. And then this one will go down to, let's see, 7, 6, 5. This one will go to 4. I gotta find it. 4 is there. Okay. And then this one, 4 is right there. See how easy it is when you can see your measurements on your board? First time watching, Stephanie, welcome. If you want to get a live alert when I go live, all you have to do is tell my bot, and my bot will let you know when I'm live. And then there we go there, like that. I'm going to pull this down to 18 inches like this one. And I'm going to dovetail it. I've dovetailed it. Thank you very, very much, you all. I hope my bot's working. Okay, now, what I do is I will sit here and I will go ahead and roll these ribbons up. And I take my finger and I put it down to start the first row. So then it's got, so you can see it. And pull it out. And then I take and I just roll this up. It is wired ribbon. And being wired ribbon, that means it's going to stay in place pretty good for you. But that's how I start mine off, is when I stick my finger in there. Then I just pull my finger out and I've already got it started. and I roll it. Now these I love rolling because I think they're so pretty when you roll them. And then they twist. We'll twist it once we get it on. Like this. There. And then I'm almost done, you all. I'm just rolling the ribbons. Thank you all very, very much. I really appreciate it. And I made this one on a Unique in the Creek board so that it would fit in between screen doors. Even with the hat on. I'm going to make one that's big and poofy because some people would like to have a big poofy one also if they don't have a screen door. I am just rolling all these ribbons. And then we're going to put it on the wreath and let them roll down. You can either do this while they're here or you can do it on the wreath. And I just prefer, before I get started, I'll just roll my ribbons. And then all the fluffing I have to do is just on top. So, after you get your bow like this, like a longer zip tie. Here they are. In the floor. I like to use an 8-inch zip tie. You put this straight next to the wire, to the post. You bring it up and you zip it. Once you get it zipped, then you can take it off. And see how on this board, I'll show you. It has, starts in the middle and goes 1 through 9. 1 through 9. And then if you're using it to cut tails, if you put your probe here, and on the 0, you wrap your ribbon, your tails would be 10 inches. So this goes all the way up to 18 inches. And also, you can put a 50-yard roll of ribbon on there, and it still works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this, I've got it here, and I'm going to scrunch it just a little bit. And I'm going to get another zip tie. I need the littler zip tie so I can get it in the board. In the hole. The head, so the head will fit in the hole. Now, you put that under like that. I'm going to take this, pull this to the back, like this, and I'm going to pull just as tight as I can pull. I'm going to clip this ribbon off, and then I'm going to take and just kind of fluff this just a little bit before I get it on. And you can take and glue something cute in the middle of your bow. You can put more ribbon in the bow so that you don't see the zip tie. I know there's 4 loops on that bow. Here it is. I lost the loop. Okay, there's our bow. Now, let's put it on our crow. Scarecrow. And I was thinking about putting him down here. So I'm going to put him in the hole that it's just now sometimes you might need a longer zip tie because you don't want to smash him down in there. But I think this one's going to be alright. This is a 6-inch zip tie. There. Pull pull that just a little. Okay, now, what I was saying about all my little ties, now the big ones I'll let go down. The big ones I'll let just kind of roll themselves down. But these little ones, I like to take and twist them. Like, let me see. You pull in the middle and pull it. And see, you can't even see that zip tie. Here is how I'm going to do it, is I take this and I just pull the middle. Wait a minute. Make it a little tighter. Okay. Hang on to the outside and just pull the middle. Pull the middle down. And it makes it really pretty. And this one should be going over here. Because here's this one that goes on this side. And if it's not curled enough, see how I'm taking rolling it? You can roll it all the way up. You can roll it tighter or you can roll it looser. Make the end look pretty. Like that. And then like that. And then get him out of his face. We don't want the bow in his face because you can't see him. Let's put the bow over on the side, kind of. Now, what do y'all think? Oops. See how these little ringlets are? I just love to make my bows ringlets like that. And on the 1 ribbon, they are so pretty. 1.5 inch. Hi, Peggy. So everybody likes this. It will be in my Etsy store. And it will be under Facebook Live. I was going to make, I need to make a saddle today. And I thought maybe you all might want to join me when I make the saddle. You don't think the bot is working? Well, if it's not working, go up in the right-hand corner of your page. You will see 3 little dots. And if you will check the dot for Facebook, anytime I go live, it will come up. And I will work on the bot. So, we've got our Scarecrow done for right now. Now, I'm going to make another one, and I want to put pants on him. You know how they're making those with the pants? Well, I've got some pants, and that's what I'm wanting to do. You haven't seen a saddle made? It's what goes on graveyards, in the graveyards. So, a graveyard saddle for the tombstones. I thought I might make one to show people how you can make them. And they're so much prettier. I think I made 20-some this year for people. They're so much prettier than the ones you buy at Walmart. So, there we go. So, tomorrow we're going to make something else. If you have any requests, just send me a message. And I will try to make whatever y'all want. If not, we'll make something else on the Unique in the Creek board. So, you all have a good day. And thanks for coming. And thanks for all the likes and shares. I really appreciate it. It's like a big hug. And if you did share it, it will be on your homepage. So if you want to make one, you can watch it again. So, you all have a good evening. And you're liable to see me come back and make a saddle. Because I've got an order for one. So, I was thinking about making one. So, see y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day. There we go.